West. I know what it's space.
They're in the Space West.
I thought that was cool because it was like I felt like they should have had more sci-fi planets that were like homages to other things, like Wild West planet, Nazi planet. You know, like Star Trek.
Just like Star Trek.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, planet of the week.
So this may have been. Is it Sol? No, not Sol.
That's Chris.
No, that's
CKL again.
That's
Oh,
so Chris,
the-
yeah.
Does he go by
Blue.
CKL or do I just call him that?
I think you.
That's so Chris.
I have never heard that.
Yeah, I'm like,
I just say Chris.
he's a good dude. That's fun though, yeah.
Yeah, but you said Selwyn's the blue.
Selwyn's the Blue Ranger.
He was red previously. Previous to blue, he was red for Turbo. So that might be what you're thinking of.
What is that giant ball?
That
on
is
I see
screen
that.
right.
It's a space ball.
Ah,
That was
nice.
good.
Spaceballs?
That was
I
a good.
like it.
Yeah.
So this would be the back plate. Clearly it's sped up. We made the footage go a little bit faster. So it's more exciting. There's the mat.
I was gonna say that ball looks like the ball they use just to get the reflection.
Yeah,
It's like
but
a
we
matte
weren't doing
surface.
that.
Yeah, it
At
looks
least
like-
not for this.
Yeah, it looks like it's just in the
I think
shot.
it's supposed to be like a
Yeah.
barber shop, maybe? I don't know.
It could be an alien bar. It could be anything you
Yeah.
want it to be.
Anything aliens we don't know?
It's completely normal on Onyx. There.
So this would have been the first pass of just putting him in, and there's a little bit of color correction to try to match the lighting, which back then was not very sophisticated for us. This is me taking the image of the guy on the spaceport and kind of squashing it to make a shadow. So here's a shadow shape. Here's a little more integration with the color.
That's great.
And now I'm making him, instead of just coming straight forward, he's going around those guys that are running. Are those, what do you call them, cyber or something?
That, I think that might be a Piranhatron, but
Oh.
there's a bunch of them on that planet
Gotcha.
because it's
Just like an outlaw planet type
Yeah.
thing.
So a lot of this is trying to make up integration to make it look better. Adding motion blur as he moves sideways from side to side, because in the actual shot he was not moving side to side. So we do try to recreate as much as we can of what would happen if you were really photographing this. And at the same time, get it done right now. So there's always the balance between those two.
I think that shadow is like what really sells it.
Right?
The shadow on the ground, like, yeah.
Wait, did we just go by the ball again?
That might be, yeah. No.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Could be, could be.
So this is, I would think they just use the same set again and again. And then, yeah, so here's where he's flying sideways. Zing! A little extra motion to shove him forward. That would not have been in the green screen. This is a really fun
what a
one.
fun
Whoa,
shot.
go back.
Actually, right?
What a shot that would be to be a part of.
So they planned, I mean, it actually shows a lot of planning in advance, because they wanted to have him turn, but at the same time, they're not gonna do a motion control with the camera moving, and it's just the camera's in place. Like, what is the basic shape of him doing a cool, like, carving motion and without moving the camera? And they realized they would need to do it with wires to hang him at an angle, because obviously he's gonna wipe out. But this way you get that cool angle and his body's actually moving, it's not just a still frame. So kudos to them for this. And then the black seam at the bottom, it's all far enough away from the body. The body is what's important for keying. The bottom of the frame, the board isn't moving, so that becomes easier for us as visual effects artists. And we don't care about that seam down there. Now, if that seam went through his body, it would be a lot more work to fix. So this is, for Power Rangers, this is a really good green screen.